In this video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can quickly and easily set up a Google site. Well, the easiest way to start your own Google site is to type into the address bar sites.google.com. Alternatively, you can go to if you're in any Google application, go to the little matrix here with the Google applications and directly click on Google Sites. And that will also bring you to a page where you can begin to create your own website. Well, in this demonstration, I'll keep it fairly simple in terms of the features of Google Sites. Our starting point is to go to the Create button and open in New Sites. And there we are. So we have now a basic but empty Google site. Like most website builders, Google Sites has a lot of tools you can use. You can change the look and theme of your site. You can add as many pages as you wish, but most importantly of all in terms of you building your own site is this Insert tab, where you can see that you can insert text, images, anything you like from Google Drive. You can choose different layouts if you want. You can add a table of contents, images, buttons, and so much more. You can even directly add YouTube videos. So it's a powerful web building tool. I'm going to start by giving my site a title, and we'll just call it Jay's Demo Site, and I'll just capitalize that. And our page title, well, you can call it what you like, but we'll call it Jay's Homepage. Okay, and that's the first step. We have our page title and we have our site title. Now it's all looking a bit dull, so I'm just going to click in this header area and it says change the image. Well, I'm going to upload an image and that will go to my pictures, and I think I'll just choose this one and open, and that will now come up here and be the image in my site header on each of the pages. It says it's adjusting for readability, so I'll give that time to settle down. There we are, and I think that's now fully adjusted. If I don't like the size of the text in this title, I can reduce it and choose a smaller font. And I can even drag that away from there and bring it down here and call it Jay's Homepage. So very easy drag and drop features in Google Sites. Okay, well, let's begin to look at some of the basic tools available in Google Sites. You'll see I have the Insert tab open, and that gives me access to these different tools. The first one I'm going to click is Text Box, and you'll see a text box appear here, and above it the tools that I can use to change the appearance of that text. The size, I can have bold text, italicize it, justify left, right or center, number it, and have bullet points or even hyperlinks. So I'll just pause while I type something in there. So I've just entered the text here, and I'll show you quickly again how to change the size and appearance of the text. And I can even drag, using these little blue circles here, I can drag that across so that it comes to the left hand side of the page a little bit. Justify to the center, and there we are. Welcome to Jay's demonstration. Okay, well, let's move on, and I'll insert an image into my website, and I'm going to upload from my computer, and that will take me to my pictures file here, and I'll upload this picture here and click open, and that picture now appears on my site. And again, I can resize this by dragging on the little blue spots which surround the image. So if I think this image is too big, I'll drag on the corners and just resize it, make it a little bit smaller. And again, I can move it across or around, left, right, up, down, larger or smaller. Another thing I can do is click on text box again, adding another text box, and then just drag this up here, and it will resize to fit this row across here, and I can add some text here which might be describing the nature of the site or what you can expect to find in it. So I've just added some text in there, and I'm just going to have a look at how that might appear with a slightly different font size. I'll choose subheading, and I think that probably looks a bit better. If you don't agree, you can try any of them until you find the one that you think looks best on your site. If you want to embed a video onto your site, there are two ways of doing this. You can go to this embed feature here, or if it's a YouTube video that you're thinking of importing into your site, just come right down here and click on YouTube. I'll show you how that works. I'll click on YouTube and it's asking me for the YouTube URL. So I'll find a YouTube video, click on share, copy the URL, close this, go back to my site, paste that URL in there. So there's the URL, click the search. This is the video, it's found it, highlight it and select it. And now that YouTube video will appear on my website just underneath the elements that we've previously added. Just as we did with images, you can click on this YouTube video, go to the blue dots and resize that video and put it exactly where you want it and in the size that you want it. And this might be a good opportunity to insert another text box. So I'll click on text box and I'll drag that down next to my YouTube video, and I would then be able to explain to people looking at the site what the video is all about, what the objectives of the video are, and what they might hope to learn from it. So you can see now that I've added some text here explaining what's in the video. I think this is a very useful and effective way to guide people through your website and its various components. Incidentally, the other way to introduce a YouTube video into your site is to use this embed feature here. So if I click on that, we can put in the same URL or address of the YouTube video that we used before, and there we are. It's embedding that into the website as simply and easily as clicking insert. And there's our video again. So two ways to introduce YouTube videos to your site. Well, I'm going to take that second YouTube video away, and you can delete any component of your website very quickly and easily by simply clicking on the bin symbol there. So we're back to our original YouTube video here. Now at this point I should explain that we can't actually play this YouTube video from this editing screen that we've got here. To actually see the site as it will be, we have a preview function. So if I click on preview here, you'll see the site as it will be seen when it's fully published. And if I scroll down a little bit, there's the YouTube video, and we can now play the YouTube video directly from our website.
In this video tutorial,
And before I leave the preview function, note this feature down here where I can actually see how my website will look on a mobile phone. I can still scroll through that. I can see how it will look on a tablet by clicking this icon, and again it's the same website but it configures differently for different technologies, and back to how it looks on a laptop. Now to go back to editing, all we need to do is click on this exit preview and we're back where we started. Okay, well, another major component of online learning is using slide presentations, whether that be Google Slides or PowerPoint slides. So I'll show you now the quick way to insert Google Slides into your presentation. You can either do it from Drive here, or scrolling down, we actually have a tab here with slides in it, and that will take us to Google Slides. And if you've made a slideshow in Google Slides, it will appear here. Scroll down, I'll choose Why Google Slides. All I need to do is click Insert, and my slideshow appears within seconds in my website. Like other elements in Google Slides, you can resize this if you wish by clicking on the little blue dots. And if you want to see how it appears in your published website, don't forget the preview function. We'll do that now. And I'll just scroll down to that Google slideshow, and there we are. We can either go to full screen, or we can run the slideshow from the beginning like this. And there we are. There's our slideshow. It's actually much easier to embed Google Slides into your Google site than PowerPoint slides, but it is still possible, and what you need to do is to get the embed code for your PowerPoint slides. Now this means you need to store them on OneDrive, and OneDrive, there is a free version of OneDrive. I'll show you quickly how it works by going to my OneDrive. Okay, well, here is my OneDrive, and these are my folders and PowerPoints on OneDrive. What I've done here, I'll just do it again, is tick in the box next to the PowerPoint slideshow that I want to select. And when I do that, just watch, you'll see that up here I get an embed option. So I click on that, and that will load the embed code that I need. I need to generate that code, and that's now generating. And there we are. I'll copy that code. I'll then come back to my Google site, click on embed, and this time, instead of by URL, I need to click embed code and put that code in there and then select next. And what will happen now is that PowerPoint slideshow will appear in here, and I can then insert it into my website. So it's a bit more complicated, and you will need to have OneDrive to store your PowerPoint slides in. I'm going to resize this because I haven't got the control features when I display the PowerPoint that small. So here we are. In a second, that will load up, and there is my PowerPoint slideshow, which I can, if I go to preview and scroll down, here we are, just loads up in a second. I can click here, and that gives me the option to download my own copy of the slides, which your students or learners could do. To move across here and go to full screen, take me to a full screen version of the PowerPoint slideshow, and that will open up, and I can then play that slideshow right through. My preferred option is to download it and have the full functionality of PowerPoint once you've done that. So a couple more things that I want to show you in this demonstration of Google Sites. And the first thing to say is that I think this page is getting a little bit crowded. So I'm going to now go to Pages over here, click on Pages, and I'm going to select these three little dots just over here, and I'm going to have a sub-page. Now that makes a sub-page underneath my home page. And what I'm going to type in there now is Google Docs, and I'll click Done. Now several things will happen. I've got a new page open called Google Docs, and again, as before, I could drag this down here. And I now have also, if you look, a navigation menu. So there's my home page, and here's my Google Docs page. So let's go back to the Insert tab here, and this time again we could insert a document from Google Drive, but I'm going to come straight down to Docs. All I need to do is select that, double click, and it will go in there, or click Insert. Just close that down now. That Google document will appear here on my new page in my Google site. Remember, I could insert a text box and put that above the Google Doc, like that, and type in here some explanation of what the document is. In this case, it's a task sheet that I ask my students to complete. So I can use the blue circles to scroll down, and you'll be able to see a bit more of the Google document displayed on the page. So I'll just do that again. And there we are. And scroll up on this page, our new Google Docs page, and there's our Google document displayed on our page in the Google site. So I've just typed in an instruction there, and I'll make that a heading. There we are. Please complete the tasks below, and there's the task sheet. Now, you can't type into this document as it is here. So what we need to do is click in the document until we see this Open in a New Tab arrow, and that will open up that Google document in its own tab. And now, anybody who's opened that document can either make a copy, like that, File, make a copy, or live and online type into this document with their very own ideas. And don't forget that you can have several people collaborating live at the same time on the document. Well, I'm now in preview mode, and here's the Google document. And in preview mode, or once the website is published, you can scroll through the whole document without having to open it up as I've just shown here. So there we are. Really easy way to import documents, live documents, collaborative documents into your Google site. And don't forget how easy it is to navigate back to the home page. Here's our menu. There's the Google Docs, the page we're on. Let's go back to the home page just by clicking there. And here we are on the page we began to furnish right at the beginning of this tutorial. Well, now I'm going to exit preview mode by clicking on the X, remember, and I'm going to show you one last step, and that is publishing your website. So here we are, click the publish button, and it's called Jay's Demo Site, and I publish. And that site now and all the contents are being published. If I want to get the link to my site, I can come up here, and there's the link. I'll copy that, and I'll now open a new tab on my browser and simply paste in that link, click enter, and there is my published site. So everything we did is showing up nicely. My navigation menu is here with my Google Docs page. There we are, and that is how to set up and furnish a Google site. One other thing is the status of the site in terms of who can access it. So I should mention that you can click on this share button here, and it says here that published, anyone at Jay Online can find and view. But I can change that by clicking here, and I can have anyone can find and view the published version if that's what I want, or specific people, and then I would name them. Click on save, and the permissions for viewing that site have now changed. I click done, and my site is now viewable to anybody who has that link.